The work of this game is about resetting our human dynamics completely. What if we could just love everyone exactly as they are? Knowing that love is the energetic environment in which all things thrive. It also requires us to shift the way that we think about love, knowing that it comes in all forms. So when we can love one another exactly as we are, that love may come in the form of spaciousness, of creating distance for certain periods of time in which that space can be filled with love. It's not that we need to fill it, as the love is already there. This is the energy that unites the entire universe. It is the uniting force of life. Yet we may realize it as the letting go of all the other stuff that may have been contained in that relational dynamic, in the space between two beings. So love can come in all forms. And our job when we are working for the highest level of play in our game of life is to let love inform the field, to love one another exactly as we are, understanding that we are perceiving other humans. We have no way of knowing what causes each being to respond and act in the way that they do. And by letting go of the mind's desire to control and change people, even when it's coming from the best of intentions, then we are able to see ourselves as we are and respond with a presence that does not have that same tension and pressure of needing to change this moment. This speaks to the underlying agitation within our human vibrations that can play out in every aspect of our lives. And in this dimension of relationships, this radical way is of full and total acceptance. When we can completely accept life as it is, we open to the field of miracles. We let go, let transform the energies in our own system that is agitated and doesn't quite see the perfection unfolding. In this way, we transcend the resistance to the here and now in our relationship dynamics. And we allow through dropping the resistance, our systems are more open to the natural guidance of this field of love that pervades all that is. Let's breathe for a moment here. Recognizing that we are imperfect humans interacting with other imperfect humans. And there is a beauty in this. feel how the pressure and stress can melt away as we engage relationships with this radical new acceptance. The relief that comes with the understanding that sometimes it's just an experience of more spaciousness that frees our heart from the confines of the boxes of the mind that were previous beliefs that things needed to change for us to know the fullness of our love. We all exist within this unlimited, universal, unifying field of the heart, of love, of presence, of universal energy. And the work of this energy is allowing the lower frequency forms, may it be judgment or resentment or guilt or shame. Anything that may seem to fill the space between us and the others we perceive in our lives. The work is actually letting those forms, those feelings, transform from their seemingly solid states within us into guidance of how to navigate these relational fields in the most clear and the most natural way of the heart. The heart always knows. The heart knows what it needs, what we need to do in order to experience the unconditional love of ourself. So may we soften the mind now as we move through our fields of life today, playing with this strategy of not needing anything to change in order to experience our own love. Are we willing to open into the unknown that this brings? We are here to transcend our human dynamics, not to push them away, but to realize a greater expression of life through us. The way of conscious relationships meets everything in our field from the space of centeredness. When we are meeting forms that appear unconscious, for example, we are meeting people in our lives who are acting in a way that we perceive as unconscious, are acting in negative or destructive ways. It can trigger that frustration and the fighting against that. Yet this new way meets unconsciousness with conscious presence. It is the spaciousness that allows whatever forms of energy that need to express in the field to express without resistance to it. And in that non-resistance, our consciousness moves with, through our being, moves with what is present in the highest level of play. May we love all of us exactly as we are and see where it takes us in our relationships, in our lives, and in our inner space, freeing us from the bondage of guilt and blame and tension, and opening us to the field of love that is already present, and we just get to experience more and more of in this game of our life, in this game of heart consciousness. Thank you for being here and for the work of your own energy sharing in this space expands it between us. And this is the ultimate gift.